How is everyone doing this fine Friday night? Woo! Awesome. Now, as you know, it is June, it is Pride Month, and every June I like to do a little act that pays tribute to one of the great magicians of the LGBTQ community, James Randi. Anyone here familiar with James Randi?
Yeah!
She is good. She's on. I'm not sure if you're being honest, but I appreciate it. For those of you who don't know, James Randi was a Canadian magician, came to America, lived to be about, I think it was 92. He did so many things. He was skilled in sleight of hand, illusion, mentalism. He was a great escape artist, but his top skill was basically going up to people who claimed they had actual psychic powers and telling them, you're full of it. Seriously, that was the thing. For a good chunk of Randy's career, he went around exposing people who claimed to be psychic, faith healers, those priests who claimed that they could talk to God, and just, exposed all the tricks they used. And there were people who were just so desperate to get one up on him and say, no, I'm legitimate. Randy was known. He had a challenge where he offered $1 million to anyone who could prove they had psychic powers under test conditions. Anyone care to guess if anyone passed those tests? No, he was one of the people who proved to be he was one of the people who got exposed as a fraud, but good guess. No. Everyone who took the test failed, and some of them had some of the lamest excuses. They would say, okay, yeah, I cheated in this test, but I actually do have psychic powers. And others, when they got caught, they would say, no, you see, Randy is psychic too. He's using his powers to cancel mine out. So I got these people could be like the next level of YouTube podcasters. They'll just never admit they're wrong. They'll keep doubling down. And he had some really strange people who tried to apply for the challenge. I've heard about it. He's talked about it in a couple interviews. There was this one guy who came in, claimed that he had the power to psychically stop earthquakes. Yeah, seriously. And when Randy asked him for a couple of examples, he gave the dates and locations, and Randy checked them up and he said, no earthquakes here happened at that time. The guy said, oh no, that's because I stopped them. Seriously. So the other guy who claimed that he had a magnetic field around his body, that you stuck anything metal to him, it would stick. So the reason for that is he just wasn't showering. It was the oil in his body that was making stuff stick. Personally, I think he still could have found a way to win. If he didn't shower, he'd just say, yeah, I'm staying here until you pay up. Yeah, no, seriously. There are all these nuts. And some of them actually do believe their own powers. And these people drive. And vote. I could do a whole set just talking about how crazy some of these applicants are, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. Instead, like I said, I'm going to pay a little tribute to Randy with a classic trick of his. Now, normally, I don't like to set anything up before the show, but I had to for this one. So, before we started, I asked Anthony for a little help. Anthony, could you come on up? Yeah. Here for Anthony, everyone.
Come back.
Okay. Hi. Anthony, before I came here tonight, I grabbed a copy of the County Life magazine, different activities we do around the county each month.
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah. This trick can actually be done with any magazine, but I picked this one for a reason. It's free and I forgot my wallet. But no, it's not gimmicks, and you can see all the pages are different. Not easy to do when it's paperback, but it's a real magazine. Anthony verified if you look through it. Now before the show, I asked you to go through that magazine. I asked you to look at any page at random, your choice, and then I asked you to choose any word on that page. I did not guide you to a specific word. I just asked you to pick a substantial word, something that has a good number of letters. The reason for that is, this trick has a lot of setup, but it loses something when you do the grand revelation. It turns out the word they picked was and. Alright, so you picked out a good substantial word from that magazine, right?
Yes, I did.
I did not see you choose the word, correct?
No, you did not.
You did not tell anyone else what that word was, correct?
No, I did not.
Awesome. Now, what I want you to do is try to focus on that word, and I am going to see if I can get it from your head, okay? Focus on it. Try to remember it. Okay, I'm getting something. something.
He's
It's,
got it.
it's a fairly long word. I'm getting like somewhere around like 8 or 9 letters. There's more coming in. It's a pretty unique word. It sounds like it might be something that was connected. Was this in an article? It doesn't seem like it might have been in an article. It might have been. Was it in one of the ads? Oh wow. Huh. Interesting. It's coming in. It's more coming in. Okay, I think I got the word. I think I got it. Anthony.
Excited?
All right. Is this your word?
That's upside down, but yes.
Oh
The
no.
thoughts came in next. Certified was your word, correct?
It's right there circled.
Oh, awesome.
Wow.
Wow.
Circled that big.
Damn.
Did it.
How we did it.
You don't know how I did it. In the spirit of James Randi, you're prepared to offer me $1 million.
Well, if I had it,
We can
it's
work.
yours.
We can work out an installment plan.
Okay. 10?
Sounds fine. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, everyone.